friends, how would you like to make an ocean in a bottle with me? It's really easy to do. We only need some simple things. You're going to need a jar, and you're going to want to fill that jar about 1/3 of the way with water. I've already done that part. Next, you need some oil. I'm going to use this vegetable oil, and you're going to fill the jar the rest of the way with this oil. But first, we have to think about the color of the ocean. What color is the ocean? Have you been to the ocean before? I have some food coloring. So let's think about what colors we've seen in the ocean. Have you looked at that water before and those waves? I think it's kind of a mix of blue and green. Sometimes it just depends on the weather and the mood of the ocean. So to make my ocean, I'm going to use a few drops of this blue food coloring. I'm going to put it right in this water. Remember, I filled the jar about 1/3 of the way. Now I'm going to do 1, 2 drops of blue. See the blue in there? And then I'm going to add a little bit of green, because I think I often see a little bit of green in that ocean water when the waves are crashing. I'm just going to add 1 drop of green. Boop. See the green in there? Okay, that's the color of my ocean, but your ocean can be any color you want. You could even make it an imaginary ocean. It could be purple or pink. You could try to mix some colors. Now I'm going to add the oil. We're going to fill this the rest of the way up with the oil. It's about 1/3 of the way. There we go. Now watch this. You can see the oil on the top of the jar. And then the water and the color is down below. Why do you think the oil stays separate from the water? I can tell you. It's because the oil is not as dense as the water, so it floats on the top. A spoonful of water would be heavier than a spoonful of oil. I'm having a little trouble getting my lid on just right. Now you're probably going to need a grown-up to help you with this, especially for putting the lid on. In fact, grown-ups, you might want to use a little hot glue on your lid if you're going to be playing with this ocean for a while. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, listen, you might hear Duffy bark in the background in a second because he's thinking about going outside. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mix so that the oil and the water try to mix together. But they're going to have a hard time mixing because oil and water don't mix. Look at the color of my ocean. There's Duffy. Wow, look at that. If you watch it, you'll see the oil molecules separating from the water molecules. They'll never mix together. That's just the science of oil and water. Look at that. It's so much fun to watch the bubbles in there. If you want to take it up a notch, you could add some sea toys in there. If you had some sharks or dolphins or seahorses or a little fish, you could add those right in the jar. See what happens. Shake it around, watch the bubbles. Enjoy.